Because your application, since you're hearing it, not having full memory, you have time to amend your application, your hearing, right? So like to add something more to your claim, which could be monetary compensation or rent reduction, right? So yes, it may take you a while for you to get a verdict from an arbitrator, but what does that work to you? Go ahead, add to it, right? The arbitrator will decide on the amount at the end of the day. But
The LTB is a really complicated case. It really takes time to dispute. It's impossible, even the foreman, it's impossible to find the affordable place.
You're trash. I hope he evicts you. Now she starts posting to this guy, Casey, who called me the biggest man bitch. The guy's got like a fake profile with 58 friends. Look at this the guy's a human trash bag. I'm a human trash bag.
Emily Shuri continues commenting, this time to the guy who said I should burn down my landlord's house and smash his teeth out with a sledgehammer. She says to him about me, this dude sounds off his rocker.
My landlord watches my dad and grandma do laundry. So my grandma is getting told to leave by a landlord.
You are not my inter-property.
It doesn't matter. I invited her here. You can't stop me from having friends here.
Hey, what is your problem?
You are the problem, Jay.
Your problem.
Did you tell her not to be in laundry room?
She
She.
She not enter my property.
I live here, I pay rent, I'm allowed in this country to have guests. How do I have to explain this anymore to people?
Emily Shuri previously posted this, saying, I'm here for anyone struggling, and my inbox is always open, whether you just want to vent or need some advice. I'll do my best to support you.
You're trash. I hope he evicts you.
Don't give up on that, and don't give up on yourself.
You should have figured out a new living situation.
Remember, you are so loved.
No one has any sympathy for you any longer.
Tenant, are you frequently late paying your rent?
Absolutely not. I have
Do you have
bankruptcy.
a record of your payments?
Yes, I have every single
Okay.
month, and so does he.
Okay. Pausing for interpretation.
I didn't get a last time. Both of you were talking over each other.
The tenant says they have proof that they pay on time.
ठीक है जी किराएदार कोलों पुछ रहे ने कि ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੇਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਉਹ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਬੂਤ ਹੈ ਰਸੀਦਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਬੂਤ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਦੇਣੀਆਂ ਕਰਾਇਆ
ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ 2 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਜਨਵਰੀ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਫਰਵਰੀ ਦਾ
Why are you even talking about this?
ਇੱਕ ਤਰੀਕ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਜੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੱਕ ਤਰੀਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ
The rent of January and February was e-transferred. I have attached the proof with my statement. The e-transfers were made after the 1st of each month.
Can I respond? I was on time every single time with my rent except January and February. This was in response to his endless harassment, his faulty eviction notice, and these constant attempts, everything that he's done. I intentionally waited several days, but I still paid him within the time. But I had been, there are bank statements of every single month before then where I was on time. Only those 2 months were the only 2 months.
Well, just January and February is not enough, so I'm striking that clause off the notice.
ठीक है जी ਉਹ ਕਿਰਾਏਦਾਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ 2 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਥਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਅਗਰ ਦੇਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਹੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਐਡੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਿਰਾਏ
ਫਰਵਰੀ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਜਨਵਰੀ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨੋਟਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜਨਵਰੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਖੇਡ ਕੋ
and before that the rent was paid late many times. I did not attach
No, it wasn't.
documents because I was told that there is no need to attach old documents. I texted him on the 4th of July that the rent has not been paid yet, 4 July 2022. So the rent of that month was paid late, and previously his dad used to pay rent in cash, and that was always paid late.
Okay, the dad paying in cash.
That's fine. I'm not going to consider repeated late rent. It's not relevant. The landlord has not established it. The landlord did not upload the right evidence.
ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨਾ ਡੇਟ ਤੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਬੂਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਓ ਸਬੂਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਾਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ
ਮੈਂ ਸਬੂਤ ਲਾਣਾ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਪੇਪਰ ਭਰੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੇ ਕੋਲੇ 4 ਜੁਲਾਈ 2022 ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ 12 ਵਜੇ ਕੰਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਰੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ। ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ 1 ਸਤੰਬਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਪ ਦਾ ਰੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਬਾਪ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ 4-5 ਦਿਨ ਕੈਸ਼ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਲੇਟ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ।
Okay, Darshan Logo, please. Darshan Logo, the person who filled in the document, he did not attach the proof. The text for the 4th of July, I texted at 12:43 that the rent has not been paid, and then there is another text on the 1st of September 2022 at 5:47 that the rent is late. His dad always pays rent in cash, which was always 4 to 5 days late.
No, that's not true at all. That's not true at all.
Okay, no, I don't care. I don't care.
They're wasting a lot of time, I find it. Can I say that they seem to be wasting time?
Well, no, you can't say that. I'm gonna wait for the interpreter. I am now asking the tenant about the incident on January 6th, 2024. Please interpret.
Okay, first of all, I thought this
Just
would...
wait for the interpreter. Just wait for the interpreter, tenant, and then we'll interpret your answer.
So we are not entertaining the late rent. Yeah, I have to tell him that.
Correct. Well, it doesn't matter. No, you don't. Yeah, it's true, but I don't want to hear anything else from the landlord about late rent. Okay.
Yeah, I have to tell him that. ਕੱਲ ਸੁਣੋ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਰਾਇਆ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਬੂਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਇਆ ਤੇ ਅਫਸਰ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਐਕਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿ ਉਹ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਅਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੋਂ
Now it's going to ask about repeated late rent.
Well, hold on a sec. You've already stricken that off the thing. You've already stricken that off, though.
Repeated late rent, landlord.
Arbitrator?
Did the tenant pay rent on time?
Arbitrator, you've already dealt with this issue.
ਅੱਛਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਟੈਨੈਂਟ ਨੇ
Hello?
ਕਿਰਾਇਆ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਮਾਰਚ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ
Hello, arbitrator? Excuse me, you have already stricken this off the... They've literally muted me. What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on? This is insane. The rent being late. We wasted time on that, and I told you repeatedly that you had already stricken that off, and yet you asked again about the repeatedly being late. You said that that wasn't good enough last time, and yet you asked...
I take note of your position on that. Thank you, tenant. Thank you for thank you for correcting me there. But I did not make a decision about that.
Yes, you did. You said I'd strike...
After that hearing, no, I did not. Tenant, are you frequently late paying your rent?
Absolutely not.
Just January and February is not enough, so I'm striking that cause off the notice. Just January and February is not enough, so I'm striking that cause off the notice.
Therefore, I find the landlord is entitled to an order of possession based on their testimony that the tenant usually pays rent late, and their evidence that the tenant paid rent late for January, February, and March 2024, despite multiple notices as warning. Late rent. The arbitrator already said numerous times this matter was closed in the first hearing. It was not up for debate any longer, she said. Also, the arbitrator stated that landlords supplied evidence that I was late paying rent for January, February, and March. After the first hearing, I order this adjournment is not an opportunity for either party to submit any additional evidence. After the hearing on February 29, 2024, the tenant paid rent late for March 2024. I find that significant given the tenant had recently received 2 10-day notices and a 1-month notice for repeated late payment of rent. According to Policy Guideline 38, 3 late payments of rent is sufficient reason to end the tenancy. How is this evidence allowed to be submitted when the arbitrator has in writing no more evidence? Also, how does 3 out of 22 months being slightly late on rent but still paying it make a tenant usually late? The landlord has no evidence for the 3rd late rent payment in hearing number 1. The arbitrator strikes the late rent then. The landlord has no evidence for the 3rd late rent payment in hearing 2, but the arbitrator evicts me because of this.
I'm not going to consider repeated late rent. It's not relevant. The landlord has not established it. The landlord did not upload the right evidence. No, I don't care. I don't care. Well, it doesn't matter. No, and I don't want to hear anything else from the landlord about late rent. Just January and February is not enough, so I'm striking that cause off the notice.
Yes, you did. You said I'd strike...
After that hearing? No, I did not.
Not in writing, but you
struck. That's the 1-month notice because I allowed you in the first hearing to discuss what you paid to discuss. You paid a $100 filing fee, and you wanted your opportunity to discuss the laundry the inspections, etc. I have given you that time. If you need more, I will allow you to upload a written statement. I've heard enough from you today.
When I lived on Herd Street, whenever a friend stayed the night, they would ask for extra rent.
Amend your application, your hearing. Add something more to your claim, which could be monetary compensation or rent reduction. Go ahead, add to it, right? The arbitrator will decide on the amount at the end of the day.
Ontario landlords can give an eviction notice to their tenants, but tenants are not deemed to accept it if they don't dispute it. Only Ontario's Landlord and Tenant Board can order your eviction, and landlords must apply to the board to have them do so, and only if certain conditions are met. If they do apply, then a hearing is scheduled where a tenant can present evidence and argue why an eviction order should not be granted. Landlords need certainty that issues with problematic tenants can be resolved quickly. This bill helps that and builds on work already accomplished. Improved dispute resolution wait times, easier and faster to get money owed, expedited hearings for emergency matters. Yeah.
Like, something needs to be done.
I understand it. That is what the hearing is for. There's no emergency here where the trend of life is happening where we can have an earlier date. That is the earliest date.
We have more concern about the security. They can hire someone to hit her. It hit us. He hit me. He hit me. Yes, he was hitting me.
What date were the car tires slashed?
And I was in danger. They physically assaulted me.
This is nothing.
They pushed my bike, punched me.
Punch?
Police have charged them with assault. Attacked me with a knife. And he stabbed me. And I have the marks on my body. He punched my wife on her face and pushed her. And she fell down.
Please! Please, whatever I did, I'm sorry! Just go!